Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. And a very good day to all my boys and girls. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. You relaxed, you chilled, and enjoyed both the days. Hopefully, you people are catching up with all your video lessons and self practice exercises. Last week, the first home assignment of geography was uploaded. The due date is Thursday, 10th September. We would highly appreciate and want everyone to submit the work on time so that no marks would be deducted. Till the last week, we were doing the chapter, The Natural Topography and Drainage of Pakistan, where we learned about different landforms, which included mountains, deserts, plateaus, Indus Plain, and their lifestyle and economic activities. Today we are going to start up with the next chapter, which is forest. So, I hope you all are sitting with your pens, books, and a new booklet of this chapter. It's a very interesting chapter. So today we will learn about productive and protective forest. My dear students, a lesson for life. When we want to start something, when we want to make something, we need to take the initial step, the first step. Because the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And if you will remain hesitant, if you will not be ready, you will never be able to embark on a new journey with enthusiasm and energy. Always be ready to take up risks, challenges, because they polish you into a mature and more responsible young adult. Start taking risk. Take the first step. What happened if it would be wrong? If you would fail? But the failures will help you to think of more options and opportunities to come over your mistake. And believe me, you will succeed. So start a new journey and take the first step with full confidence. So all the best. Now we are going to start off with our today's chapter, which is forest. What topics are we going to cover in the chapter of forest? Obviously, first of all, very important for us to know what does forest mean. What type of a place is it? Then we'll do the main two kinds, which are productive and protection forest. We will learn the importance of forest. Then we will talk about the determinants. Determinants are different features which help us to learn more about the types of forest. Then we will learn about the 7 different types of forest which are found in different parts of Pakistan. Then we will discover the causes, effect, and how can we solve the problem of deforestation. And we conclude this chapter with sustainable forestry. So in today's class, we are going to cover productive and protection forest. We will differentiate between the two. We will also learn that why are protection forests important, what benefits they might bring to the country. So as ever, before we get into the details of the chapter, let's first learn about most commonly used words which are called glossary. Altitude, height of a land above the sea level. How far is the forest from the ground, from the sea level? At what height are the forests growing? It all affects the type of forest. Ecology. This is the relationship between the living things and non-living things and their dependence on each other. In an ecology, we learn about that how do plants and animals depend on each other, plus what is the relationship between sun and water, and how do they affect each other. Deforestation. It is a practice of cutting the trees. Lumbering. Reforestation. When these trees are chopped down, then we may grow new trees on the same land where the forest once existed. That is, growing trees on a deforested land. Afforestation. Afforestation is to grow trees on a new piece of land which was not used to grow plants earlier. Sustainable forestry. This is to use forest in such a way that the forest and its products remain available for centuries to come, and they may not even harm the environment. There are some more words which we will do as we will progress into the different topics. So let's begin first with the forest. There are different types of forest which are located in different areas of Pakistan. These type varies from place to place. But first of all, what is a forest? Forest is growing of plants and trees, grass even, on a piece of land. This can happen naturally, as well as forests can be man-made. Ideally, a country should have 20 to 30% of its total area covered with forest. And do you know? Pakistan has only 4.8% land covered with forest. Over the 7 years' time, that is 2000 to 2007, had been the darkest era in the history of Pakistan, where the deforestation was at its peak. 2.1% forests were chopped down every year. This year, on 14th August, we all have made a pledge of growing more and more trees to conserve our environment, to improve the oxygen level and the quality of air. Our Prime Minister has also taken up this responsibility of growing more forest in the mountainous regions. So let's all hope and wish that the area which we have deforested over the time, we are unable to turn it back into lush green forests so that our environment can be healthier and more fresh. The two types of forests which we are going to do today are productive forest and protective forest. They are also called as production forest or naturally occurring forest. And the second type can be protection forest or man-made forest. So productive and protective forest are the two main categories of forest which are found in Pakistan and as well as in different parts of the world. Now, what are they? Let's first begin with the productive forest. Productive forests are the forests which are found naturally, which occur naturally. The trees are more or less of same age. Their canopy, if you look at here, the trees grow very close to each other in a haphazard manner and have very close canopy. Canopy means that the upper part of the trees, their branches, they get knitted into each other in such a way that they form a roof, a covering. This covering of branches and leaves is known as canopy. The density of trees is high. That is, many trees grow in this region. Different types of trees can be found in the same area. The trees are of different age groups. Some trees might be young and some might be old. Because over there only when the leaves and the fruits and the seeds shed, in the same place a new tree also starts to grow. So some trees would be young and some would be old. The trees do not have equal distances between them. The ones who are more active, they grow taller in order to absorb the maximum sunlight, while some of them which are shorter in height might remain short as they are unable to receive a lot of or optimum amount of sun due to the canopy. As I shared earlier, canopy is the covering which is formed due to the branches and leaves of the tall trees. Now, what are the benefits of productive forest? How are they beneficial? Number one, these forests are extremely beautiful landscapes. They promote tourism. They attract nature lovers, adventurous people. They enjoy camping in forest and love to spend time with nature. These forests have different types of trees. Hence, It is of great commercial value. The timber and the logs which are taken from these forests are highly in demand all over the world. Pakistan has some very valuable species which are very good to make furnitures. And as a demand, these forests are chopped down and the timber is supplied in the local market as well as in the international markets. These forests are habitat for the wildlife. You will find very different types of animals and birds who live here. There would be a lot of diversity due to the variety of trees, plants, animals, and birds. These trees lower the temperature of the surrounding areas. They also protect the environment against soil erosion. They do not let the soil wash away with water or blow away with wind. The reason is their roots hold the soil tight. Plus, the canopy does not allow the wind to blow the soil away. Along with that, they recycle air. That is, they take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen. This was productive forest which occur naturally. Now let's see what are protection forests or protective forest. These forests are mostly man-made. You will find them along the roadside, railway tracks, in your parks and gardens. If you look at these forests, you may see proper distance between them. They are planted, leaving space between them. I would like to show you another one which was shown along with the productive forest. Look at this one where my cursor is. You can see proper distance between the trees. These forests, which are called protective forest, they have linear plantation. They grow in rows. The density of trees would be moderate as they are controlled by the human department over there. The canopy would not be very dense to block the sun rays because the trees are growing apart from each other. In many of the protective forests, only one type of tree is grown. Maybe the entire plantation in that region would be of mahogany only or growing shisham. So in this way, these plantations might have only one or maximum two types of species. In most of the cases, when the protective forests are grown, they are the trees which take lesser time to grow. The trees would be of the same age group. That is, all the trees would be young or old. As they are of same type and growing at the same time, so the height of the trees would also be same. Due to the lack of variety or species in the protective forest, there would be less diversity. What are the benefits of protective forest? As I said, they might have only one type of tree growing, or they may have the trees which grow faster. These trees may prevent soil erosion. They recycle the air by taking in carbon dioxide and giving out oxygen, but may not be of great commercial importance. In certain areas where these trees are growing in a small piece of land, giving it a shape of a forest, they might promote habitat for some wildlife. The areas which have a lot of trees, the greenery attracts tourists. So they might play a very important role in tourism. The most important role they play is they protect the environment against soil erosion and improve the quality of air. That is the reason why they are called protective or protection forest. Now, what is the importance of protection forest? As we just discussed, they protect environment. In certain cases, if some important species are grown in the protection forest, then they might control the deforestation in the productive forest. Those important species which are in higher demand can be grown in the protection forest so that the natural forest can be secured. A fertile land where these trees are grown may lose its fertility if left exposed to air, water, and sun. These trees control the soil erosion. They can fulfill the commercial requirements of tree in the world market. They may give habitat to many of the birds. If these natural or if these trees are grown along the banks of rivers, they may control the natural disasters. These protection forests can be divided in sub-zones. For example, a patch of land which has been covered with protection forest can be divided into 4 zones. Zone A, B, C, and D. Zone A can be used for commercial lumbering. The trees can be chopped over there and sold in the market. In Zone B, agriculture can be done. Fruit growing plants can be grown in this zone. In Zone C, grazing or pasture for the livestock and animals can be done, while Zone D can be left fallow in order to regain its nutrients. In this cycle, once the land has been completely used, is left to rest and the activities switch on the other piece of land. In this way, the entire patch is not used at the same time, plus the land gets enough time to regain its fertility. To work on this forest, to maintain it, to grow it, to water it, a lot of people are required. So protection forest may create jobs, promote employment. And as we discussed earlier, that some trees of commercial importance can also be grown. Their export or sale in the market may help economy. So let's quickly summarize that what are the protection forests? Protection forests are the forests which are grown on either as a forest in on a piece of land, or they are grown along the roadsides or in the parks, gardens, or along the railway tracks. The main purpose of these plantations is to secure land against soil erosion and to maintain the quality of air. Productive forests are the forests which are growing naturally with a variety of trees. The trees can be of different sizes and their branches and leaves may make a canopy. Both of the forests are of extreme importance. Your question for the Google Classroom: name the largest man-made forest in Pakistan. So my boys and girls, I hope you have noted down some important points and you will be referring back to them when you will be revising the topic. A gentle reminder, homework has been uploaded. Kindly submit it before the due date. Thank you so much. As ever, being great learners. See you all in the next class. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Allah Hafiz.